Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy. Still it is snowy, yeah, still it is snowy, and welcome to part 34 of Boomtown here in City Skylines. And this will be a very, very special episode, because I'm going to do something very, well, kind of unique, I guess. I don't know, it depends on what you might think of it. I have no idea, because this is an idea that just sprung to my mind, and I thought, like, why not? I'm going to combine two elements with each other and see what it will yield. I have no idea, because I have this idea sort of in mind. I have to implement it in the game. Of course, I will also use the time-lapse option to do, when I'm doing the bulk of the work, because there is some work involved into this all. What will it all mean? Well, we will see. And first of all, I want to tell you something about the last episode. We built basically this entire residential area with a park here in the middle. We have a centralized sunken green station over here, so that brings in the people without any noise issues, perfectly fine. Created this parking lot for all these nice buildings. Of course, the vehicles disappeared again after I loaded the map. I don't know yet what is going on. It's still something I have to figure out why my vehicles are completely gone after I load up the map, but they always return, so that's not really the issue. So when you escape this view, and for example we dive into traffic here, traffic is now at 82%, so we can see the hotspots here and there, where there is like traffic, cargo, etc. Yeah, it's kind of busy, but as long as you are above 80%, then you can assume that your traffic is moving on despite, the redness of some areas. Sure, I can devote an entire episode to that, to combat the traffic, but at this stage it's not necessary right now. I mean, I'm playing with despawn mode off. I can of course turn it on and say like, well, forget about the traffic because I don't care about that, etc. Blah 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 blah. But that's not my way of playing this game. I like playing with despawn mode off. It gives me more of a challenge in the game. So let's stop babbling and let's talk about this nice idea I have. Now, when looking at the map, what do we see? We are centralized here with most of our residential, some industries and whatnot, the whole stuff together, and a little bit over here as well. Now, in the recent past, I created this sort of like little edge, whatever you want to call it, to eventually make cargo connections. But if you look at the whole map in general, it's more like a river map than an ocean map. Now, I've been thinking. I'm thinking about 3 words. Well, actually 4 words, depends on how you will see this. The first thing is how's this freaking thing called? Sorry. Pedestrian area. Okay. Again. So, pedestrian area, ocean, labyrinth, followed by OMG. Oh my gosh. So what are you telling Snowy? You what? A pedestrian area? In a labyrinth? In an ocean? What is the plan with this? Well, simply put, I have the space over here. There's nothing here. I want to extend this water. I want to make an ocean here, maybe even here, maybe even connecting it up to this whole side. Make this whole side an ocean, and then within that ocean, I want to create like a labyrinth size area that will function as a pedestrian area. Think of it like as a Dubai palm, but then in the form and shape of a labyrinth. Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. No, it does not sound like a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Oh my gosh. So I can do the first thing pretty easy. Expanding the ocean, it's like that's like pretty easy. What are those white things? Waves? Oh, okay. So we increase the brush size. We take the level terrain. Now, A very good way of expanding water areas without flooding the entire freaking map is just go to the edge of where you want to start and take the most undeep area there is. So let's select the low brush size. Now you can see all these lines. You see that the water line is roughly running here. So if you take somewhat lower than that, like say here, yeah, and then you make the brush size bigger again, and then you start to lower the land like that, then that land will be flooded, but very slowly, without causing any tsunami whatsoever. So we will do that now, like that, and we will remove the trees later. We also yank up the game speed, if that does any help, I don't know. And let's increase the brush size to very big, so we can do this very large. Now you can see the game is struggling a little bit with this. But at least we will have no flooding. So now this will go very slowly. Although my brush size is very slowly, it's interesting to say that my FPS counter is still saying 50 FPS, so that's interesting. And we will go here, here, here. So this is a very undeep area, actually. Yeah. Okay, let me grab that brush tool as well and say like, okay, make it strong like this and big, and say like remove all these trees, because we don't want any trees in our ocean. Because trees in an ocean, that is like, nah, that does not work. So let me remove all the trees as well. So here comes the flood. I wonder if we have any Noahs in our city, seeing that flood coming and thinking like, oh, maybe I have to build a ship. Maybe that would help. So let me remove all these trees. Why I am doing a terrible job while I can do the same with the Move It mod. You know, just select everything with the Move It mod like this. It will highlight everything. And you press delete and it's gone. Yeah, I could have thought about that earlier, but okay, did not think about it. It's okay. Let's continue with this mess. And this thing over here, where we have like the timber exchange, we can use it as a point of start. You know, where we enter the Labyrinth pedestrian area. It sounds interesting, actually, if I just talking about it, actually. So let's see, we will go all the way up till there and there, up till this tree line over here, like that. We could keep a little island maybe there, just for the funsies of it. Up till there. And now you might ask yourself, but Snowy, you want to get like 1 million people. Yeah, I know that, but look at the rest of the map. There is so much space here, don't worry. And besides, you can squeeze 1 million people even in 9 tiles, if I'm not mistaken. So this is just the level of the, it's very undeep. So the question now is like, this water is going very slow. We can reset to sea level. Now I don't know what kind of effect that will have on the, let's see, on all of this stuff. So, but we can do it, otherwise this will take ages. So we click on water and we go reset to sea level. Click. And then suddenly, whoop, okay, there it goes. Okay, we forgot a few trees here and here. Like that, and also there, there. So like I said, this is very undeep, and I wonder if I have to make it deeper. I think a little bit, yeah. So let's make this a little bit deeper and go to the original shoreline over here. Now we have sort of avoided the, you know, the flood crisis, and see like how deep will we make it? Roughly, I think roughly around here. This should not be a very deep ocean, so only, you know, a relative shallow ocean. So let's speed this process up for a little bit, so be right back. yeah, I think it's going pretty slow right now. So what I have done is also connected this up. So we will make a bridge here of these things over here. So let's select this road, this highway road, and turn it into a bridge. Just like that. All the way up to here. I think this is far enough. Also this. Let's not forget the train line either. Like that. So we select the train line. Also select this option and put it into the air. Now the reason why I'm doing this is mainly because of cargo transport. We want to you know, have a solid connection to that ocean from the riverside, from this side, so we can actually bring cargo over. So let's also make a bridge of this thing as well. Yeah, so that water can now flow into that direction. It's okay. So I'm going to the water option again, and I select reset water to sea level. Yup, there it goes. Also, let's remove this sand, because that looks a little bit out of place. Okay, let's select this option and okay. That sand is more like for, you know, edges, for the edges here, like here, for example. Whoa, let me increase the strength a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Why is this so difficult? Yeah, that is more. That's more, you know, realistic. You know, to have those things on the side of the, let's say, the ocean, like that. And also here, the strength is already set to maximum. So, okay. Now let's make this like look a little bit more shallow. You know, a nice inlet bay for, I don't know, whatever purpose we want to use it. Here, well, here it goes to the city, so yeah. And also here we can do this, and go around. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what this, oh yeah, probably there's a water source there, yeah. So also let's do this here. Here. There are trees there still standing in the water. I will fix those in a moment. And of course there's little islands. Now this little island, I simply don't want to be like, you know, a piece of flat terrain. So I'm going to select like these weird kind of things and say this option and then make it small. And no, I'm selecting this stuff. Yeah. And then bring this up. So this is sort of like a real, yeah, I don't know, a goblin's place, I don't know, you know, the land of the weird. I don't know. Like I said, I spent way too much time already on this. Okay, let's forget about the mountain. The mountain is there, and the ocean is, well, I mean, we have an ocean. That's nice. So, how the city vitals? Everything is still functioning well. These guys can cross. Now let me figure out a few of those trees still standing in the water. Yep, there. And let me see here. These were on the edge, so let me remove those edge trees in the water there. This is all fine. This is all fine. Yeah, I don't think there are any trees left standing in the water. I don't think so. We can even put a few trees here and there. Yeah, but okay. Okay, the question is, we are talking about a labyrinth and we're talking about a pedestrian zone. Okay, that I want to put like here. Now, of course, this will be the approaching road to it, and the labyrinth has to contain like, of course, roads, pedestrian roads, and around it, surrounding it, must be also water. And I have been looking at all kinds of shapes of labyrinths, and like I said, it is going to be difficult. That is for sure. But I think I'm going to use the key wall to make this happen. But before I do that, I'm going to figure out first, what is the need. If I take a pedestrian zone, now let me place one over here just for the sake of it, and we will take a pedestrian zone road. So we have like the small roads and we have the bigger roads. Now a labyrinth usually does not have a center road that goes in the middle through it. A labyrinth has an entrance at the front and that's it. So for the rest it would be like all this kind of road. So the question is, how much space do I need to put between the key walls to make this happen? That is the question. So that is something that I'm going to figure out first. Can you go there, please? Thank you. So we take this road like that, and we see like that we have like 4 by 4 blocks on each side. So if I want to place a key wall on both sides, now let's grab the key wall and let's figure this out. This is the key wall. Let's see, let's turn this on. So we have a key wall on that side that gives 4 and one on this side that gives 4. Okay, so the distance between these key walls is, okay, so 12. 12 will be our value we have to work with. So I know now what to do. So we delete this, 12. Okay, 12 it is. We remove that. 12. Okay, now the question is, am I going to place the key walls in here, above water, in or below water? That's like a kind of difficult question, because underwater it's kind of difficult to see them, which makes this again kind of tough, because now I need to create the land for actually the labyrinth. Or what I also can do, oh man, this is now an idea I have. I can also create the labyrinth basically on land and then move it with the move it mod to the ocean and then raise it. Oh my gosh! Snowy, oh my gosh, you have like ideas. This is nuts. Okay, but it is actually a good idea. Instead of monkeying around within that water, just work on the land and then move that stuff over to the ocean. Hey, it reminds me about our own Dutch Delta works, where they put things on oceans, on the land first, and then they move it towards the ocean. Okay, let me use the move it mod by removing all these trees. Okay, this will be my working area. So guys, I would say like sit back, enjoy while I'm doing my 12 by 12 key wall thing, whatever. And let's see if I even can make a labyrinth sort of thing, using this method. Right, so I turn the speed of simulation down, grab the key wall, and I'm going to start here. Okay, well, one thing though, I want, it needs to be straight in relation to this. Oh my life, it never stops. Okay, it's very simple. We take a road from here. No, not such a road, just a road. Yeah, that's good enough. Then this is the wait a second, what am I doing here? Let's just grab a road from here to there. Just bring it up, who cares? And then bring it all the way on a 90-degree angle to that place where I want to work, which will be, is that 180? It is, yes. So here we have our anchor point. Voila, thank you. Now we remove this so it does not bother the ships. Well, okay, so even that I had to put in a time lapse, was also a little bit of time consuming. I have my anchor point now here. So yes, I will start now this ridiculous job, and it will be ridiculous. How do I even? You know, I'm thinking with key walls, but should I not work with canals instead? Maybe. I'm just thinking out loud at this moment before I start this whole endeavor. If I would take canals instead, those could. Let's say we take this medium canal, for example, just to test this whole idea out. So we have a canal, and we take a. We need a distance of 12 between them. How does that work? I mean, this is already 9U. So if I take like a simple road like this, and let's say I want to go like that, yeah, and we pick the canal again. Yeah, so let me take that road. Huh. Interesting. Interesting idea. The only thing that I'm thinking about, how would this work if I copy paste that whole stuff into the ocean? I don't think it's an issue actually, because you would raise up the land. You know, and key walls are more trickier because you have to, you know, monkey around with the edges and whatnot, while canals do not have this issue. So what's the distance between these canal points? This is like then it's a 16 marker. Ah, okay. You know what? I think I go for that. Yeah, I go for that. So I take this canal. I will go for that. I will take the medium canal, and well, I will say like boys and girls, I will say enjoy the show. Well, guys, well, guys and girls, this was not. This was actually not easy. It was more difficult than I thought. It's not like you can just create a labyrinth out of nothing, because these things are actually, you know, what we are now seeing. This is not these are not the roads. Actually, all the land in between, that is supposed to be the labyrinth, basically. And probably what we will see is like more a labyrinth of canals instead of roads that are inside of the labyrinth of canals. So actually we can add another word to the whole phrase, like, you know, labyrinth, pedestrian area, canals, and what was the other word? I forgot. I don't know anymore. Anyway, I saved the game before I'm doing anything, so I'm grabbing the Move It mod now, and I try to take this whole thing. I'm not going to move it, I'm actually going to copy it. Copy. And then try to place it here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So let's just see what happens when I place it directly over. I want to have it in the middle of the ocean, like there. Whoa, look at that. The game is thinking about that for a slight moment. Now let's see what that will do. Look at that. So, oh, look at those water levels. Ah, okay, that whole thing needs to be lowered a lot. No, actually, let me think. I have to think about this, you know, because these are canals, not roads. Yeah. Did those canals? Okay, weird. That's just the only thing I can say about this thing, you know, it's weird. First of all, what I'm going to do is lower this thing, because okay, let's grab this whole thing, and can we align it to something else that is just lower? Like what? Like that, and align it to that. So let's see how this works. Oh, it's still selected. Nice. Control H to this. Computer is thinking, sweating, thinking. Look at that mess. Now that road, at the same time, we can also utilize now to insert the ground level. So we select this road. Oh my god, this road is actually on an incline as well. Well, anyway, let's see how this will go. And let's just fill it up. And the nice thing about these canals in relation to quay walls is that you can easily fill up the in-between areas with dirt without, you know, being worried about the darn quay walls. So this will work perfectly fine. And actually, talking about quay walls, I think I'm going to throw a quay wall around this entire area. You know, just around this labyrinth of canals that will eventually form a pedestrian area. So let's continue. What a mess. What a work that was, you know, to just monkeying around trying to make something that looks like a labyrinth and then try to apply it in city skylines with canals. Of course, I could have used just roads, but in theory I could even just, you know, take an example from the internet or something like that and then apply it to the game. But I mean, yeah, that would not be original, literally. So, okay, one thing is for sure, these canals, I hope that they are now at the same, at least at a level that they can connect to the water. And let's just see, let's just take this canal here and drag it into the ocean here. And let's hope that here and also on this side, that the ocean will provide those canals with the needed water. Here we go. Now the only thing to figure that out is by resetting to sea level and see what will happen. here we go. Well, it does not look bad. Not too unhappy with that. Let's see now. Here we take the landscaping tool again. So how is this going? Do we need to lower the whole stuff? Because, you know, frankly, those canals, they seem a little bit the edges are way too look at the edges, way too high. This needs to sink down a lot. So I think that the height that I took here for this road was too high. Well, we can figure that out by going to, let's say, here to this point, which is a little bit closer to the shore, and we select the whole thing again, and we do a Ctrl H, and then we align it to this thing. Floop, and there it goes. That means like that also we need to adjust the land height again. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I select this, and we are going to do all this over again. Okay, like that. This goes a little bit faster. Yeah, it's going to get into shape, guys. Don't worry, everything will be fine. It will be ready by Christmas. Although today it's like I don't even know the date today. What is it actually? Somewhere early November. Okay, so let's reset all stuff to sea level so I can have a closer look how this will now look. Right. Okay. Yeah. You still need to go into the ocean on that side and also on this side. Into the ocean. And okay, let's select this this node. How many nodes are there? This node, that node, and that node, and align that with that node so it sinks down. Yeah. Here we will do the same. I will select all of this stuff and align it with that so it sinks down. I think we have like a little bit of a winner over here, so we can now put like a key wall around it. Let's find ourselves a nice key, you know, not just a regular key, just a nice key. So what are we going? Simple. Is there something with a fence? Simple seawall. Okay, let me change that. Yeah, I think that's better. Definitely better. Yeah. So. Okay, it turns it around. Nice. That's nice. I like that. Now here we want to make a, let's say, corner piece. Let's see how we can do that. I want to align it with there somehow, but it does not really want to play ball with me here. Only up to there. So I wonder how I can pull that off. Let's grab this thing and then try to make something. Is it, I don't know, 14 by 14? I don't think so. 13. Okay, wait a second. Let's try it in a different approach. From here, from this side. Is this the same distance to the... You know, by visual looking, I think it's the same distance. So we can make this go to there, I suppose. Yeah. And if I'm right, this should be the same corner. So 13 by 14. Okay, that's not the idea I was after. It's also because of this thing does not want to go further. So I think I will use the Move It mod for that. To slide this like one over so I can take it with the Picker mod. And then make a 13 by 13 bend. So this is now 13. by 13 band. Yeah, we only need to flip it around like that. Boink. Oh, it does not want to flip around. Okay, so probably we need to add some water against it before it wants to play ball. Yeah, as you can see, those are not in the correct orientation. Normally you can flip them around with invert segment. Oh, now it works. Okay, thank you. Right, so that works nice. We need to be this at a certain level. Also, yeah, it's kind of difficult. Yeah, okay, we will figure that out, sort of. Well, what I will do now is, again, I will turn that in a time lapse, otherwise this will take way too long. This is a project that is already taking gobs of time, and I will throw that key wall around, and I will see you in a moment. Alright, have a look at this. Is it not like something unique in City Skylines? I don't think I ever have seen this before. That somebody built something like that. I have seen, canals, that people made canals in all kinds of forms, but within a pedestrian zone, I don't know. So that was a lot of time lapsing for you. No, actually, you know, it was a lot of work for me, and for you it was just a relative short time lapse. But the whole idea is pretty simple. This will be a huge pedestrian zone. Don't worry about the water spillage, the sea just needs to calm down. I actually made also connection here, because I know there's like a ferry route going through here, and that way we can also expand, you know, some ferries maybe up to this area to make it a little bit more accessible. And I also, yeah, I told you about this connection already, so we have like more connectivity going on here. Now I'm looking at all this stuff and it's quite busy over here. Yeah, well. So the idea of this area here is like, this is going to act like, you know, the place where everything is going to be like at a service point. So that means like we have to break up this highway and make it even a little bit shorter. It's like a 4-lane highway. Now the question is, how are we going to do it? I'm thinking about, the roads also need to go to the other side as well. Needs to be also inside of the zone. I want to make 2 bridges, just 2 regular bridges, go to the other side. Now let me see what kind of roads that will be. Let's see, that will be 4-lane roads, I think. Well, where trees have no function, but with bicycle lanes probably they have. Or they are. What is this actually? Oh, that's a 6-lane road. No, I don't want that. Okay, so that is the middle. Sort of, I guess. I don't know if that is even the middle. It's like from here to there is like to that thing. Yeah, it's like, I don't think it's exactly in the middle, but we will see. We will see. I will take it from here, and so let me think about those service buildings. They will come from here, go to, let's say, the other side. Let's say this is like, to the middle is like 20. Yeah, let's make a 40. No, that's not the same size. I think 36. Let's try that first. And also, let's make this road go that way, 32. Yeah, and then another 36 going that direction and then going that direction. So we have something that we can work with. The only thing we need to do is make it a little bit higher. Yeah. Not only that, we have to turn these pieces into bridge elements. So bridge, 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 bridge. And it seems, oh yeah, it seems to be that this is even a lot lower than the casual land. I'm seeing that right now, actually, as we speak. So let's raise this a bit, like that, a little bit more. Yeah. Then we pick also that one and we align that with this one. And if we pick this node, that node, that node, and that node, and we align it with this node, yeah, it brings it a little bit up. But that's also because this is like on the key wall, resting on the key wall. What can I do about it? Well, yeah, I have an idea about that. So we can take this road again. We take it a little bit further down, like that. Let's say a 10, like that, that, and that. And then we delete this part, like that. And then we are going to insert some nodes and also delete some nodes. So I want to put a node directly on top here. Like add a node there. Exactly. And also here. Zip. And zip, like that. Which is fine, because by adding that node we can now select this road and say like go to the ground, like that and that. Yikes! Here the same thing. So what am I seeing here? Looks like a little bit weird. So let me move this stuff a little bit with the move it mod. like that. We have a node there as well. Oh, no, 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 you don't. It's always a little bit monkeying around, you know, with key walls and roads. Something like that. And also let's bring this slightly there. Yeah, you cannot prevent this from actually happening, because yeah, you're always dealing with the key wall. You can bring it down a little bit until the road. No, the key wall is actually coming through the road, which is actually at this point. Yeah, so we take this point, we align that. Oh, my finger slipped. Ctrl H to that. That's better. And we take then this point and we Ctrl H it to that. And that will now also be, yeah, fine. Means also that the rest of the whole thing, this whole area, we can align with this. Now everything is sort of straight. Right. So yeah, this looks a little bit wonky, but we can use the sloping mode to say like from here to there. Yep. And from here to there. And ta-da. So guys and girls, I leave it for that now, this episode, because it already took a lot of time, and I think I will do this in 2 parts, not in just one, because it is impossible. I have to do a little bit of monkeying around here and there, you know, just make sure that the sea level is properly in order, because I see a little bit of, I don't know, flooding here and there, and I want to take my time for that. And in episode 2 we're going to lay out all the road networks. I tried as much as possible to make a 16 by 16 option, so every time when we put like a road, like a 2U road, let's say for example let's say a road like this, that we have like you know, a space of 4 in between. So let's say here. So yeah, as you can see, we have it. That's nice. Let's remove it. And of course there will be some bridges here and there, and yeah, then this will be a huge pedestrian zone, and yeah, that will be very interesting. So okay guys, thank you for watching on thank you for watching this well, very elaborate this very elaborate episode. And yes, we are going to definitely finish this in episode 35. And yeah, so if you really like this, subscribe to the channel, you know, hit the notification bell, and so you get like notified for when the next episode will come out. Hit the like button too. I mean, that helps me also a lot with this stuff. And yeah, if you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. And I would say I will see you next time. See you guys. Bye bye.